Hey guys, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk. So this is a contest entry video. So Mike from HubTunes has exceeded a certain big number of subscribers, so he's doing a contest, and what he wants you to do is build a band. So basically the premise is you decide what instruments are in the band, you select people from different bands to play those instruments, and you've got a band. I'm actually going to pick two bands. I'm going to do an all guys band, which I'll do first. Then my headline act, I'll do an all women's band. You can mix and match these people into a band as well. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. I'm going to focus mostly on sort of people of my generation, so that's going to be mostly 80s and 90s alternative rock sorts of folks. So let's get at it. First, let's go with the Bros Band. And so I'm going to start off with my drummer. I'm going to take the drummer from Susie and the Banshees. That would be Budgie. Budgie was always one of the greatest parts of Susie and the Banshees. He came on for, I think, like the third album. He wasn't on for the first couple of albums, but I mean, I mean, there's a lot of world music influence, Middle Eastern, African, and it's just a very primal sounding drumming. Him and Susie were a couple. They were married for a while. They had their own side project, which is very percussion based, called The Creatures. So Budgie is going to be my drummer. We need a great bass player. I was thinking about Les Claypool or Flea, but I decided to go with somebody who's maybe not quite as flashy as those guys, but a very solid, good workman-like bass player. I'm going with Mike Watt. So Mike Watt from the Minutemen, from Firehose. Mike Watt. Guitar player, I just want a guy who just plays crazy sounds. I was thinking about like Mike McCready from Pearl Jam or Steve Turner from Mudhoney, but no, I'm going to go with Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, because if I wanted to sound like a guitar, he can do that. If I wanted to sound like somebody scratching a turntable, he can do that. I mean, he just coaxes sounds out of a guitar that nobody else really seemed to think of. So we're going to go with Tom Morello as our guitar player. Uh, what about our vocalist? I want a very versatile vocalist. And so I think one of the most versatile vocalists around, Serge Tankian from System of a Down. So you can do like sort of rappy sounding stuff, hard rock metal singing. He's got a very wide range in voice. He can sing ballads and mellower songs as well. I might have picked Chris Cornell if he was still with us, but I'm going to go with Serge as my vocalist. And then finally, for the Bros Band, just be a little bit crazy. This band had saxophone in it. In fact, it had baritone and tenor sax, sometimes at the same time. So Dana Colley from Morphine, I'm going to put him in my band because I always loved the saxophone from Morphine. So we're going to try to work it into this band. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But that will be the guys' band. All right, and so my women's band, again, we'll start off with our rhythm section. So I'm going to start off with a great drummer, Janet Weiss, formerly of Slater Kinney. I think Slater Kinney made a big mistake in sort of essentially getting rid of her. So I'm going to put her in my band. Bass player, I figured the bass player's name has to be Kim. It could be Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. I'm going to go with Kim Deal of the Pixies, of the Breeders. She could sing and play guitar if we wanted to, but as you see, we're gonna have tons of vocal choices in this particular band. So Kim Deal be on bass, guitar. So you figured you probably weren't going to get through this video. Yeah, I'm going to put Juliana Hatfield in my band. I always thought it'd be kind of interesting if Juliana was ever in a situation where she could just concentrate on being the lead guitar player and didn't have the responsibilities of the lead vocals front person. So Juliana's going to play lead guitar. I'm showing only everything because this is maybe her most guitar-centric album she ever made. And she's also a very good backup singer, so she can provide background vocals. But as you're going to see with the last two members of this band, we're certainly not hurting in terms of vocalists. So we're going to have Fiona Apple provide vocals, provide piano and keyboards. But if that's, if we want more piano and keyboards and vocals, we can put Tori Amos in as well. So maybe this is redundant, but we're going to have both of them in the band. They can kind of take turns being the lead vocalist on songs or providing the keyboards. So there's a couple of bands for you, Mr. Hubtunes.